Alright, so the Catch Me Outside girl has managed to do very well for herself since her appearance on Dr. Phil, and now apparently she's making about $42 million a year on OnlyFans. She announced that a few weeks ago, and I think a lot of people didn't really believe her, but then a few days ago, she came with some receipts, and she posted a screenshot of her OnlyFans profile, and she was right. She's making about $42 million a year. And I honestly wasn't that surprised by this because I remember when she first started her account, I think she made $1 million in less than 24 hours. And it was pretty concerning because she started it, I think, a few days after she turned 18, and there are already that many people signing up to it. That just doesn't sound good, and it definitely doesn't sound like we're heading in the right direction here. If this girl who went on Dr. Phil, made a fool out of herself, acted like an idiot, tried to fight an audience member, and now she's making about $40 million a year just on OnlyFans, I don't think society's heading in the right direction if that's what's going on out there. And I'm not hating on her for taking advantage of this opportunity. Like, if this is what's given to her and she has the opportunity to make this much money, who's going to turn that down? You know, I think most people would take advantage of that. But I just think it's kind of depressing, the fact that this opportunity exists. I mean, this girl became famous for acting like an asshole pretty much, and now she's insanely successful. And I know it's not really surprising that that clip of her went viral from Dr. Phil, but the fact that she's managed to turn it into such a successful career, and not just with OnlyFans. I mean, she made some music that has a lot of views on YouTube. I think it's pretty popular. So I don't think many people really expected her to do much with the fame she got from Dr. Phil. I think most people are just like, all right, that's a funny video. Is she really going to do anything with this? Like, I don't think you can really make a career out of this, but she managed to do it. I mean, good for her, I guess. And I guess this just shows that there are a lot of opportunities out there, even though this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I mean, so many people have tried to go on Dr. Phil and do the same thing as her, like try to act like an idiot and get some clout by making a fool out of yourself or trying to act like a tough guy or something. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have done that, and even before her, I'm sure people are trying to do it, but she just managed to pull it off perfectly. I don't know how she did it. Like $40 million a year just on OnlyFans. I mean, she could be making, who knows, like, I'm sure she makes some money from her music, and maybe she does appearances and stuff. If she continues on this path and somehow manages to monetize her fame so well, she could become a billionaire. Like, could you imagine if this girl became a billionaire? That would be incredible. Like, that is just the perfect example of what the hell's wrong with this world. The fact that this girl can become famous for the dumbest shit of all time. I mean, this is even dumber than the Kardashians. People wonder how the Kardashians became famous. This girl has an even crazier story. Like, imagine going back just 20 years and trying to explain this to somebody. They would have no idea what you're talking about. They'd be so confused. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start. This whole story is just so ridiculous. Like, now this girl is buying a $6 million house in Florida with cash. She's paying cash. I mean, come on. Whoever is giving this girl money on OnlyFans needs some serious help. I want to talk to one of these people. Like, who the hell is giving this girl money? And I'm sure the people giving her money don't have anywhere near, I mean, obviously they don't have anywhere near the amount of money she has. But these people are just so depraved. It's sad. Like, someone needs to talk some sense into these people. Like, what do you expect from this? Do you expect to get noticed? I mean, like, on her tab for showing her OnlyFans account and showing how much money she made and how she made it and everything, a lot of the money came from messages, which I'm not really familiar with OnlyFans, but I imagine that's where people pay to try to get in contact with you. So this past year, all of her fans combined have paid about $25 million to message her. And obviously, I don't think any of these messages get read. I doubt she opens any of them. But the fact that that opportunity exists, that these people could maybe get noticed by her, maybe she could read their message, or maybe she'll look at their dick pic or whatever, that it's worth it to them. They'll continue to give this girl who's making $50 million a year, they'll continue to give her money because these people, they need an intervention, honestly. Like, if somebody is paying for the Catch Me Outside girls OnlyFans, they honestly need some help. Like, somebody needs to talk to them. Like, I'd imagine everyone paying for her OnlyFans has a lot less money than she does. And now they know she's making $50 million a year, or $40 million, and they'll continue giving her money. I mean, that is sick. Like, if you're gonna spend your money on OnlyFans, at least give it to somebody that could use it a little more. Like, I'm sure there are plenty of girls on there that are struggling, and I wonder what they think of this whole situation. Like, the girls that are on there that are making alright money but could definitely use more subscribers or whatever. I wonder if they think that she's good for the website or she's bad for it because so many people are giving her money and, not as many people are going to pay smaller creators on there. And also, I'm sure these smaller accounts have to do a lot more to make money on there compared to, like, I know Bella Thorne. I remember when she started OnlyFans, she made a couple mil, I think, in less than a day. And then she just posted, I think, some pictures from her Instagram. So she'd even, like, take any original pictures. I don't think she put any nudity on there or anything like that, and she made a ton of money. So with some people like her and even the Catch Me Outside girl, it seems like they're mostly just cashing in on their fame. It's not like they have to do anything on there to get a following. They already have a massive following, so they just open an account. Like, they announce that they're starting an account, and there's already a ton of people paying for it. Most girls, I'm sure, they have to, like, work their way up on there. And they have to, like, start from scratch, like, not a big following, and then they have to figure it out. So I don't know for sure, and I'm not even that familiar with OnlyFans people. I don't know anybody who does it or anything, but I'd imagine most of these smaller creators on there probably aren't the biggest fans of Catch Me Outside and Bella Thorne and people who just basically start an account and make millions of dollars, because it takes away from people paying them money, like the smaller creators who probably work harder and have to, like, spend a lot more time on there and interact with people. Like, I doubt Bella Thorne or Catch Me Outside, I doubt they have to interact with anybody. And I'd imagine if you're somebody just getting started on there that doesn't really have a following, you're probably gonna have to talk to a lot of creepy dudes and interact with them. And that sounds like probably one of the worst parts of the job. So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to hear what some of these people think of her on the platform. Maybe they do think it's a good thing because it gets more attention. More people are talking about OnlyFans now and more people are aware of it. So maybe they like her being on there. So there's just one other thing I wanted to get into here. And it was this video she posted on her Instagram, I think, like a week or so ago, when she's talking about how much money she made. And she, like, was really angry that people still called her the Catch Me Outside girl, even though who the hell cares at this point? I mean, you're making $50 million a year. You're really going to complain about what people call you? And also, that's why you're famous. I mean, you should be so thankful for that show and for people calling you that, basically. I mean, these people that are calling you that made you famous, and now you're living a crazy life. You're living in a $6 million house that you just paid for in straight cash. I mean, you should be like, yeah, call me whatever the hell you want. Thanks for giving me all this money. But I guess now she wants to be taken more seriously or something. I don't know, but let's check it out.
It's not something that I'm just, oh yes, I'm so in love with being the girl who got famous for being on Dr. Phil and saying some crazy shit. No, that's not how I feel. So, of course, I'd rather call me the fucking youngest female of the decade to go play. Call me some shit like that. Like, there's way more things. Call me the fucking Gucci flip-flops girl, the high bitch girl, the girl who got a fucking $1 million makeup deal, the girl who made over fucking $50 million on fucking OnlyFans. Call me whatever the fuck you want. But when you try to find a way to just be annoying about something.
This is the dumbest shit ever for a few different reasons. I mean, first of all, does she think that people are going to stop calling her this because she made this video? People are only going to want to do it more. And then also, she says people got to stop being annoying and, like, people are, like, kind of being mean by calling her this name or something. They're trying to get under her skin. I don't think you can really complain about that because you pretty much became famous for being an asshole and, like, yelling at some lady in the crowd and trying to act all entitled. So of course people are going to treat you the same way. And I guarantee if her career, like, was on the decline and she was at, like, rock bottom, it'd be the exact opposite. She'd be like, remember me? I'm the Catch Me Outside girl. You remember I was on Dr. Phil? And maybe it'll get like that someday if she ever falls off. But of course, at this point, she just wants people to remember her for, like, making a lot of money and becoming successful or whatever. Even though everything came from her just saying that line, just saying Catch Me Outside. Like, that's how it all started. You can't make people forget about that. I think her and Dr. Phil should do, like, a reunion or something. They should get together now that she's probably making more money than Dr. Phil. I mean, this is crazy how this all played out. I don't think anybody could have ever expected this to happen. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, then leave me a comment, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you at the next video.